He is my very favorite singer, and I've seen him in concert 5 times. Who am I talking about? Keith Urban. He has landed 23 career #1s and sold more than 20 million albums. You guys, I got to sit down with him, the platinum-selling artist, just after his new album, Graffiti U, went gold in Canada. Keith, talk to me about Graffiti U. The name of your album, where did it come from, and what tone does it set for your record?
It's big questions. Yeah, I guess the title came from, it came towards the end of the making of the record, so the music really drove the feeling of it being like a blank canvas. That's what the studio feels like to me. It feels like going in with no sort of preconceived idea, just creating spontaneously. And so the word graffiti kept coming to me, because it seemed to fit the music. It's very diverse, it feels really hard to categorize it, but it's very personal and it's inclusive of the audience, so the U became Graffiti U. 'Cause I got issues, you got them too, so give them all to me and I'll give mine to you.
I love how much of a fan you are of the people you work with, and Coming Home with Julia Michaels is an example of that you were a fan of hers before you guys even started working together.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about how that relationship evolved.
So I heard Issues that she had done, and it floored me as a song. So original, singing was so original, and everything about it was so original, and I thought I'd love to write with her at some point. And Justin Tranter, who had written every song with her on her EP. I hear something and it pulls me in, so I just want to know more about it. I want to know more about that artist, and I'm curious if we can create something. It doesn't always work, but in the case of Julia and Justin, it works really well.
I know it's only one call away, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, I know it's only one call away, but it's not the same.
You worked with so many people on this record. Ed Sheeran, Parallel Line, he wrote the song. And then when you came to record it after, tell me about what it was like hearing his guitar in that song, because you're known as the guitar guy in the country world.
Yeah, he's a beautiful player though, and he'd played acoustic on this demo that they sent. It just sounded great as it was, so I just left it alone. he's a really good guitarist, you know?
He's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because he's such a great songwriter and singer, and I think people forget that he's also a really great guitar player. It's a particular way of playing that I found really compatible with the way I play, so I left it in place.
Female, another song on your record, has a familiar voice to some of your big fans.
Yes.
So what was it like getting to collaborate in that way?
With my wife?
Yeah, with your wife.
It was great. We were working on a song called Female, and she was home, and I thought that's a perfect song to have her come down and sing on. I have a studio at the house, so it was very fortuitous.
Is that something you guys do a lot? Do you just jam together?
No, it's not her comfort zone.
No.
Definitely not.
How did you entice her in?
Well, I just thought that was the perfect song, and she's such a good sport, and she came down and sang.
The whole album has a really strong female voice to it.
Yeah.
It seems so timely with everything that's going on with Me Too and Time's Up to have such a strong female tone to the whole record. Was that something you meant to do, or did it just happen organically?
No, it happened organically. All the songs that felt like they were coming together for the record, the song with Julia, Coming Home. She ended up singing on, that was sort of a last-minute idea for a bridge section she had, which I felt was better her singing it. So she sang it. Everything after that, all the collaborations, everything was just very fluid. You know, that's the way record making has always been for me, though. I just flow into wherever the muse is going, wherever the energies are going, and the record became what it is.
I thought it was really cool that you announced your world tour for Graffiti U before the record was even out. And that must speak to a huge amount of confidence you have, not only in your music, but also in your fans.
Well, and especially here in Canada, where the record went gold on release. Thank you so much, everyone. I mean, that's amazing. Didn't happen anywhere else, it happened right here. So I love the Canadians, and we've been playing up here since day one, and I've always felt this synergistic connection with everybody here as people, but also musically too, I think, because we grew up with so much of the same music, you know, in the Commonwealth. we all have American influence, but also UK and all through Europe, and all of that sort of world influence, and our own music, I think, is something that we share together, so I felt it, that kinship right from day one.
Okay, we have a bit of a game for you.
Okay.
I'm going to say we've picked some songs from your new record. I'm going to say the song title and then ask you a question, and I want you to just say the first thing that comes to mind. Okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
Okay. So, Coming Home. What's the scene when Keith Urban walks in the door?
I see our cats. That's the first thing.
Do they meow? They welcome you in? They run to you?
They're cats.
They're
They're like,
cats.
what's up?
Cats are never as excited as
With
we
a
want
mix
them to
of
be.
like, who are you?
Right.
You know.
Okay, next song. Never Coming Down. Last time you were on top of the world.
That's a good question. Probably when I heard that the record went gold in Canada. That's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Same Heart. Who knows you better than anyone?
My wife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Better than me.
And then last one, Steal My Thunder. Who was the last person who stole yours?
Stole my thunder? Well, I mean, I do many red carpets with my wife, and I love being husband in those scenes. Yes.
Everyone needs someone to look at them the way Keith Urban looks at his wife. Graffiti U is out now. To catch Keith on tour, check out yourmorning.ca for dates and ticket information.